Stampers, Skeiner again. Everybody asked me if I knew how the gorgeous Denise had made her hidden message shutter card. Well, I asked her for the measurements, and God bless her, she did send them me in centimetres. Me and metrics do not go together at all. So, yeah, I tried my best, and I think I finally got there. The only thing is, I don't have any 6x6 envelopes. These are actually 5x5, but they go with a 6x6 envelope to give a nice little border. And this one is Denise's card, as you know, and you've just seen it stamped on the back. So I thought I'd give it a go. Everyone was saying, please make one, please make one. So I have come up with my one. I have used a beautiful sentiment, which is out of this gorgeous stamp set that the lovely Inge K gifted to me. I had to cut it in half to get it into my new embossing folder holder. And I've used the words, let's celebrate. And this gorgeous sentiment on the front, spread your wings and fly. Absolutely adorable. So thank you, Inge. That is brilliant. Ing, should I say, Ing. And mine opens up as well. Got bits on, I think it's the glitter. I think I cut my triangles a little bit small, but I've managed to get a very flat embellishment inside. And I also cut with the Blushing Bride. I've already cut it out ready because it, you know, just to frame this little bit. So what it is, it's number 5 and number 6. Number 5 is your inner circle, and number 6 is the scalloped one, and that's counting from the smallest out. The only thing is you get bits everywhere, but an absolute adorable card. My little V's are showing a little bit, but it doesn't matter because you can just keep it like that, and you close it up, and this circle, believe it or not, is what we've cut from here. We don't have no waste on this card whatsoever. Well, I'll show you how I did it. And it's absolutely quite adorable. It's the first one I've ever done, actually. I did make one, about a year or so ago, maybe longer. And I cut the template and put it in a bag, ready to do a video. Put it down somewhere, and I don't know that they're loving the money. I don't know where it's gone. But an absolutely adorable card. And I think it's the same size as Denise's. Yay! But me and metrics do not go together, but I will try with the measurements that the beautiful Denise sent me. I will try my best to give you metric and inches. So I love this paper. I'm going to just stamp quickly on the back, and I'm going to leave mine plain. I'm not going to, apart from my Stampin' Up, because I haven't used the Stampin' Up image, but just paper. I'm going to leave space here for people to write their message. So I'm going to do a set of these. Not today, once I've got my envelopes. And I'm going to make a set of 5 as well. And I'm going to put these in the box for the Cancer Charity. I think they're adorable. I popped some little flowers on and 3 little gold rhinestones to match. These are all little gifts that people have sent me. So let's give it a go. And it's quite relatively simple, really. And I've made a template. This, what it is, when you measure this piece, Denise said to cut a piece 7 3/4 by 2 3/4, and use one of the squares to make the diamonds. But the card, I remember, you had to fold this piece, which is going on the inside of the card, so it uses the mechanism. I was told to just measure through, find your centre and cut to the corners. So I made this template. So when we come to do this one, I can literally fold that over once we've scored, and then just cut and cut. So make yourself a template if you plan on making several cards. So card pieces are as follows. This is 11 by 5.5, which in metric is 14 by 28 centimetres. This piece then, I've got to try and find it. is no, this piece is 7 centimetres by 21. That's your inner piece with your mechanisms. This is this piece. And this is, oh no, wait there. Let me just get that. Let me just have a look. Oh, I'm no good with centimetres, I promise. Oh yeah, 2 3/4. So this is the inner part of the card where our design series paper is going. And I've just dropped the template. And this is going to be scored to 6 by 3, which makes that 9 centimetres by 15. And this is 7 by 24. Oh, I know. Yeah, please don't. I haven't, the designer series paper, I have not done in inches. Or, I've just done it in inches, sorry, not centimetres. So your DSP, you'll need 1 at 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. You will need 2 at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 and 2 at 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. So that's all your designer series paper. Let me find my template again. There it is. So, and I've already cut my inner circle from Blushing Bride, which matches with the Mellow Mambo, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral and Rich Raspberry. You could have used that card, but I wanted to use thick. So that's my inner circle. You're going to grab your scoreboard. And we're going to score all the pieces while we're here. And this, you're just going to score. Let me get my measurements. This is going to score at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4, which is 7 centimetres. No, it's not. Score at 7 centimetres and 21. Let's just check. Yeah, 7 and 21. That's the main body of the card. This is your mechanism inside now, and we're just going to score at 2/3. Flip it and do it at 2/3, which is, let me have a look. I think it's 1 centimetre. No, it's not. It's, oh, I don't know. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimetres, is it? No, it can't be. I'm terrible. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimetres, I think. I says, oh, no, it says 1 centimetre. I don't know, I just done it by 3/4 on both sides and flipped it. So you do that there and there. And then this one, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Because our card depth, this is going right at the bottom, and that is going to go over, and this is the way it's going to sit on your card. So yeah, I did half a centimetre. Half an inch, sorry. Oh, God blimey. Inches, centimetres. So that worked out at 1 centimetre. Yay! We will get there, ladies, I promise. So that's your scoring all done. With this, believe it or not, we're just going to fetch the trimmer in and cut it in half. This is 7 3/4, so we're going to cut this at 3 7/8, and they're both going to be exactly the same. So you need 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. And 2 pieces. I'm confusing myself. But these are going just bending these over, and we're just adding tear and tape. Find it much stronger. You're going to add tear and tape to these flaps. So I'm going to say that all over again now in English. If you know it. Oh, bless my soul. So you need one piece of card, 11 by 5.5, and you score 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. You need a piece of card which is 3.5 by 6, and you score at 1/2 inch. And we're going to add tear and tape to there as well. And you need 2 pieces at 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. This is your mechanism. And you're going to add tear and tape to there as well. Does just fit perfectly along that top. So these are going to be folded on the inside of your card once we've cut the V's out. And because we've added tear and tape here, we're going to add tear and tape here as well. You just need a little bit so it grips, but it's got to leave that panel open. I have seen people make smaller ones of these, and they use the dimensionals, but I think this method works better because it's a smoother glide as you open and close your card. But I will put centimetres, what I've been given, on the blog as well. God, there's a mouthful in it. So now with our card, we are just going to burnish, making sure that they run parallel. Give them a good burnish, nice and sharp. And then when this one comes over, it fits perfectly against your card. Isn't that beautiful? You could use thick Whisper White, you could use thick Very Vanilla. I just think the Very Vanilla is what I add to hand, basically. So I'm going to pop that to one side just for a moment. These now are our templates. Like I'm saying, we are basically going to butt them together. I'm going to grab a little pencil, and what I'm doing, because this bit is going to be seen, turn it over, butt that up nicely to the edges, and then just draw outwards to the corners. And same with this one, because that's our, we're going to see this side, we're not. And a little bit over there. It's my fault because I've got to make sure my card is lined up right to the edge. And then if you keep a template, so you can make loads of these. And then you're just going to get your scissors and from the corner, I'm going to cut up to that V. In this corner, I'm going to cut up to that V. And you're just going to do the same with this one. If you want to go ahead and rub out the lines, but no one's going to see it because it's going to be faced that way anyways. That's the side you're going to see. Cut till it catches. There we go. They're the only 2 bits of waste you're going to have. We're basically on our way. So we need to add this panel to this card now, because we need it stuck. And I'm using Tombow for this, but I'm using tear and tape on the rest. You decide which way around you want your paper as well, because it's double-sided. I'm just going to add a nice little border. And with glue, you get that wiggle space. I'm just going to take my bone folder now and squash the ends. So I'm spreading that glue underneath. What you're going to do then, you're going to go to your big shot machine and you want to come down about 2 centimetres and keeping an even border either side. So I'm just going to do that now quickly and I'll be back in a sec. There we go. I've managed to do this now. You're just going to wiggle that out. See how you've got this beautiful rim? You can leave it like that as well. But we're going to flip this over now and we're going to stamp our front image. So when the card is open then, you can see the designer series paper on the back. So that's why you need your circles. So where did I put my other? Oh, there it is. The only thing we're going to glue now is glue this. I'm going to wait until the end to glue that on. So moving these pieces aside just for a moment, I am now going to add my tear and tape. I just find it very secure and it does the job perfectly. It seems like I'm starting in the middle. It's perfect, this job, for lining up. If you can just get it perfect, so it doesn't take long at all. I think sometimes by the time you've gone over with fast fuse or your oh, what's it called, your snail even, this is on in a flash, and I think it just holds the card a lot stronger sometimes than even fast fuse. But these cards are going on their travels as well, so we want them to be pretty secure. And not only that, we want them to last for the people who buy them as well, or the people you give them to. My husband rung the diabetes clinic, who was looking after his daughter, God bless her soul, when she was alive, and they are more than happy to take cards from us when they do the next challenge. They are they're over the moon actually. So just go down each piece. If you want to add more embellishments to the front of your card, you can happily add flowers, butterflies, anything, dragonflies, you name it. It's entirely up to you. So that did not take long to do. Lifting your backing paper up. And now we're going to line these up on the front. And you want a good same amount of border. Either, look, see, I've gone a bit over at the top and not so much at the bottom. But it doesn't matter, because the focus, as long as the other piece matches, nobody knows it's a bit of a boo-boo then, do they? Because I'm rushing as well. Don't know why I'm rushing. So we're going to close this card up. Meets perfectly in the centre. So giving yourself that same border. And it's going to match at the top now. Doesn't matter if it's this way or this way at the moment. I like both. Yay! And like I say, this is the backing piece. We're going to add a little bit of tear tape to this. And I'm going to put it on the plain side, because we're only going to need a de-sift down one side after we've stamped our image, obviously. So this is going little bits all over it. This is going then to get glued on just this one side. Like I say, you can add some beautiful butterflies, entirely up to you what you do. These are now going on the inside. And again, keeping a nice little border. I'll do this one properly this time. These a bit more, but they are from the same designer series paper, as you saw from there. It's just beautiful paper. So line it up. A good border all the way around. I think that's better. That was so much perfect. So when we come now to add our little bees, these are going to get attached right along this edge as a guideline. But we're not going to do that yet. That's the beauty of these papers with Stampin' Up. The Painted with Love one. It just blends and tones itself. Absolutely gorgeous. So, keeping a good border all the way around, like the top, the other piece. I haven't given you the measurements, have I? Designer series paper, you're going to need one. Oh, I did. Oh, did I? Yeah. One at, that's this piece. This is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. These are 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. And these are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So you now know your measurements. So deciding which way round you want your top or your bottom. This is my bottom, so I'm going to have this as the top. I'm going to be a little bit precise now. Naughty girl. Inside our card there is 5 1/2. So you need this to be 2 3/4. Just putting a little nick there. And this one is 3 1/2. So you want 1 3/4. Just a dot there. It's only so I can, when I line these up now, I got my dot against my dot there. And that's going out. You won't see the bottom one, but you will see this one after. So keeping them 2 dots together. I'm now going to get my little pencil again. And I'm just going to lightly, and I mean lightly, draw a circle. All the way around. Very lightly. And we're going to rub this out after. But now, this is just a guideline. So we can stamp our sentiment in the centre. So I'm using Melon Mambo. Beautiful colour. And this says, let's celebrate. Or we could have the let's celebrate on the outside. But I don't think, because of the V's, you would see the full image. So we're going to keep with this. So I'm just lining up my paper. And I'm going to try my best to keep this as straight as possible. And in the centre. Perfect. You could add some little embellishments now. You could even add some love arts, I suppose. Coming off. Or going under. Because no one is going to see under there. Or even over there. So I'm just dotting them around. I'm loving it. You're not going to see that. You're just going to see the circle. So we're just going to leave that to dry for a moment. This is our piece. Making sure you keep your glue on that side. Now flip. And now we're going to add our sentiment, which is spread your wings and fly. Oh, absolutely adorable sentiment. And I love the way it stamps. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, trying to keep this straight as you can. Just going to press down. Oh, look at that. Spread your wings and fly. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I have these little flat, and I mean flat dimensionals. They're just like little round discs of glitter, which I'm going to add once I remove. I best pop this away now. Don't want to get glue anywhere. Oh, plenty for time as well. And I'm going to get my rubber. Now this is dried. And just remove that circle. You could eyeball it, you know, if you think. But if you're going to take the time to make this wonderful card, I think you should. Oh, lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Now I've lost my flat. There they are. I was going to add one of these to the inside. I think I still might, you know. I'm just going to pop this right under the word celebrate. Oh, and I had them from the range, so I'm sorry, but if you don't have the range near you, I do apologise. So now we're going to fetch this beautiful piece in. We're going to peel this backing off. And I'm going to pop that in the centre. There's my centre marking. There it is on there. And you're going to take it right to the edge. And you're going to cover that up. And again now, you can take away that. That's if you want it. You can eyeball it. You don't have to do that. You can still see, and I've got this beautiful open flap now. Once we close this off, you won't see these bits. So here's those flaps that we're going to need. And these are going to, you can have them so they sit like this. And then when it opens, as just long as you don't get them over that flap. So they need to be like this with the flap over the top. And they are going to be glued now to either side of here and here. So when the card is wide open, these are definitely the last two pieces you want to put in. Don't try putting them in early, because when they close, then that will close right up. So we're going to do one at a time. Peel off your backing. And now we're going to fold this across. Sorry, I'm coming up into shot. I just want to move that stamp. It's got ink on it. So this is still open, all of it. You want to poke that in there. Making sure it's relatively in the centre. And you're going to line this up against your cardstock and press. So when this goes, it closes. Do you see it closing? And now we're going to line this one up to do the same. Such a simple card, really. So this flap you can basically lift out the way, and you want it to cross over and pull it up, keeping a very straight edge across there. Oops, no, come off, Dina. Do apologise, look, it's ripped my card now, you're not going to see it. It got to go against this one here. Sorry, nearly made a boo-boo against that edge. So we can test our card now. It is closing perfectly, look, right in the centre. You need to lift these up, peeling these backwards, so this, when it goes down, isn't going to interrupt. So we're going to peel off the backing. Holding your flaps, you're going to fold this down and then just close your card. And watch with the magic. It closes perfectly. Isn't that lovely? Only two things left to do now. Well, maybe three. We're going to take the backing off. And you've got this wonderful paper at the back. So when you're opening your card, that's what you're going to see. You don't have to have it up here. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to come a little bit down. Keeping my sentiments straight. And I think it helps to keep it not so much closed, but look. Isn't that beautiful? That is, I thought that was a mark. It's not. But if you open your card like this, they're going to see that wonderful message. There's that flat embellishment. And then when you start to close, there we have it. Just for me now to add a little bit of glue to my blushing bride. You could use gold. I'm using blushing bride because that's what's in the colour. And I'm just dotted, if you see. And I'm just, because we've used this layering circles and the scalloped, you've got to use the two together. This way you get this beautiful window to frame your inner bit of the card. That's absolutely beautiful. Love it. So we've got our card. It's all, it will lift a little bit, but it will close as well. Perfectly. So it's all lined up beautiful. That's my card. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I have these beautiful little gems. These were gifted to me as well. I'm just going to add 2 of these beautiful flowers because we've got some butterflies there. So 1 either side and 3 of those beautiful gems. We're going to have 1, 2, and 3. How's that? All gifts are used. I use them in my projects. And like I say, keep hold of this. This is 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. And this is for a 5.5 by 5.5 inch template for your shutter cards. And this is, should I put that there? Score at 3/8 of an inch. But that's perfect now. I can go ahead now. I haven't got to sit and measure my card out. I can basically just grab this, do my other, well, I've done 2 obviously. These are my cards now. And I can sit there and carry on with the other 3, and I haven't got to measure anything out. But there you go. There's those 2 cards I've made by the lovely instructions of our wonderful Denise, whose card is there. I love that. Spread your wings and fly. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, I hope you enjoyed and you give it a go and you give me a thumbs up. Also, if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, you're more than welcome to press the little button down here. And if you want to press the bell straight away, then you will be notified every time I upload a video, which tends to be on a daily basis. It's my therapy. I love it. And it keeps me from thinking about all the other terrible things I have to go through. So until next time, everybody, I love you all so much. And any type of cards you can think of that you might think I'll be able to do, if you give me a shout, I'll try my best. Love you all. Bye.